Hello and welcome to this wonderful edition of Take the Fear Out the Gear with me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
And me, Mrs. Jason Bangers. And today, well, what a beautiful, it's a bit, just have a little look. Have a listen. I'll tell you what, better still, have a listen. Can you guess what it is? Of course you can. It is no more than the boss, Dr Synth. That's what it is. Now, tell you what I know about these, zero. Ain't till today that I know these existed because you brought this thing round, and I am stoked.
Yeah, they're an amazing little machine. I only discovered them a couple of weeks ago. I was just looking on YouTube and stuff, as you do, and one popped up and I went, blimey, for such a small box, it's got a hell of a lot of stuff in.
Well, that little short clip you just heard there under our titles, which is probably 7-8 seconds long, every instrument that you hear on there is inside this box, which you can see via the wonderful 7D using the 24-105 lens, and you can see it. That is it. It has got symphonies in there, ensembles, it's got drum machines. It's basically got a Dr. 550 drum machine built in, isn't it?
I think it's got all the sounds, yeah. It's got loads of drum sounds.
Mark King resides inside this machine. I mean, that's how good it is. You want fun bass, it's on there. It's awesome.
It does sound good, doesn't it? Yeah.
And if you're like me and you adore, and I do mean adore, Hammond organ, but you can't afford one, this is the answer. If you've got an old keyboard of any type whatsoever with a MIDI in and out lead, you're laughing. You just go MIDI out of here, into here, and you can literally trigger all the sounds that this thing has on board. Every single sound you can access, which makes it a very, very versatile piece of kit. So if you want slap bass, you just go into the bass sounds. Well, I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Stato himself, Mr. Chumley Warner. He will fill you in with all the information you lovely people need to know.
Well, these are actually quite old, these Dr. Synths. They came out in 1992, which is quite a while ago now.
Yeah.
I'll just have a look at the stats here. If you wanted one in 1992, they were £339. So quite a lot of money.
Yeah, but I can understand why. You know, with a lot of things I can't understand the justification for that price, but on this I can.
Because basically they're the same as like a Roland SC55, which was more like a sort of bigger rack unit, but exactly the same sounds are in the Dr. Synth.
Yeah.
And at the time it was like this was £200 cheaper to get all those sounds. So and nowadays pick this one up for £45.
It's mad, isn't it?
So depending on the condition of them, you're looking at say 45 to 80.
It's mad. It's mad. The stuff you can own now for such little money. And you might think this is such a... Oh, that sounded very 80s, didn't it? That, even though it was 90s. Sounded very 80s, but you don't need... You know, you can make modern music with this thing.
I'd say the only thing you got to watch with these, like on this one, the screen is okay, but it's a little bit hard to read the contrast. I know you can turn the contrast up and down. So if you're thinking of buying one, just ask the person... Is the screen mega clear? Or just ask them that question before you buy, just as a little tip. It's got 156 instrument tones in, so there's tons of tones there. You got 100 different drum sounds, and you got 28 voice polyphony, so you can hold down 28 notes at once.
That's not bad, is it? It's more than enough. You've only got 10 fingers.
And you've got, obviously, 16 parts. So you can have 16 different instruments going at the same time, which is outstanding.
8 fingers, 2 thumbs, if you want to be pedantic. But they're all fingers, really, aren't they?
Do you want to try your favourite organ sound?
Yeah, let's have a Hammond sound, right? So
it's really easy because on the pads at the front here, you can see they're already
pipe
named up. So you've got piano, percussion, organ.
Yeah. A keyboard player, guys, as I've just done that without even thinking about it. It sounds very similar to something, but yes. However, we've got no way of controlling the Leslie effect, which I'm sure you probably can do.
Yeah, if you set up all the MIDI messages, you can probably do all that as well. You can actually hear the Leslie, can't you? It's starting to come in.
It's actually going really fast.
Yeah.
It's creeping in, but it's going too quick. You kind of want it to be a bit slower. Anyway, what about drums, Si? Can we get some drums up? So yeah, you just hit on there what you want, organ up and down. Hundreds of organs or whatever, and if we want guitar, I don't know. Bit of acoustic guitar. Alright, we know they don't sound like a guitar exactly, however, it is so easy to just get the stuff. Piano, we should be convincing. All I'm saying is for 40 nicker, right, let's have an ensemble. For 40 quid, you get all this. It's been 16 hours since... You know what I mean? That is Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you, isn't it? And all touch sensitive as well on your keys. I don't know what else to say apart from if you go out and spend as little as 40 to 50 quid and you've got just a MIDI keyboard at home, maybe something you've got on your computer, you've got all this. Brilliant.
Exactly. So it's if you want a whole load cheap palette of sounds, and this is the way to go. And most of these sounds you'll find on things like the D50. You know, it's like a famous, I think if you go on the synth section, we'll try this one. That's a famous D50, that's called Soundtrack. So you've got all those sounds like that, which you'll find on, you know, keyboards like D10, T50.
I can't play keyboards, but you know where I was going with that, didn't you? Aqualef.
On the 16 pads here, we've got the 16 sounds. So as Jay said, we've got piano, percussion, organ, guitar, bass, orchestra, ensemble. You've got your brass, reed sounds, I suppose, like clarinets. You've got your pipes, your synths, synth pads, synth effects.
I like 14.
Ethnic sounds. Should we try one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sitar. Excellent.
Oh, I get it.
And then all your percussive stuff and sound effects.
I bet there's a helicopter in there. Hello? I knew there'd be a helicopter in there. They were always about in weren't they? Hey, listen, Tubes, right. It is what it is. There is nothing more to say other than go and get one. Well, I think we'll probably end with the demo running and just let you hear a bit more of it, because on the intro we didn't really play a lot. So sorry, without further ado, if you want to put it on demo, and we'll probably run you about a 60-second demo for you so you can just hear it.
When you do the demo, how to do the demo is you power it off.
Yeah.
You hold the drums and the button looks a bit like a speaker button next to the drums. Then you power it on, then that puts it in demo mode.
Right, well, from us here at Take the Fear Out of Gear, it's goodbye from me, Joseph Bangers.
And it's goodbye from me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
Do your thing, sir.